This is a really strong coffee. Oh.
Hey guys, what's going on? Zach here. And today we're going to talk about creating platforms. We'll get started in about 10 seconds, maybe 15, maybe 20. But thank you guys for being with us today. I'm really looking forward to giving you guys this information. All right, so thank you guys, and I hope you are having a lovely day. So, I think your company should be a next century juggernaut. I really do. So we're going to talk about a couple of things today. What is innovation? Well, innovation is whatever you want it to be. I think it's overused a lot, but it can be as simple as finding a new way to cook your pizza from last night or making that turtle a little bit quicker. And one thing that's really big that people talk about is lean, doing things lean. Well, lean is just doing it a little bit better, saving money, saving time, and removing layers, right? I think a lot of times in big companies, people talk about this. It's removing layers of bureaucracy as kind of what we're trying to do so we can get to things a lot quicker. So instead of the maze, you just go straight through. It's not overcomplicating things. Mark Cuban once said, "Wherever I see people doing something the way it's always been done, the way it's supposed to be done, following the same old trends, well, that's just a big red flag to me to go look somewhere else." Love that quote. So basically it's saying if you continue to do the same old things, guess what? You're going to get the same old results. Today we're going to talk about building and growing a platform that people want. Platforms. 4 years ago, I was starting or restarting out my business venture, and I wanted to grow, but I had no idea how to do it or where to start. I was reading a book called Get Clients Now, and I'll be honest, I didn't finish it, but I did get some extremely valuable information out of it. And what I learned from this was that you try and build platforms or bring people to you. And so about 4 years ago to the date, hosted an exclusive entrepreneur event at my office. And the idea was to bring people together with very similar skill sets, basically past, present, or future entrepreneurs, and gave them an opportunity to drink that night. So bought a case of beer and just learned from them. Basically what it turned into was a mentorship entrepreneur forum where people could learn from, and we still do this event to the day, and we've seen thousands of people have come through our office to put on this event. Bring people together who are similar, so give people the platform. This led to Start Norfolk, a build a company in a weekend competition where you're bringing together multiple kinds of skill sets, entrepreneurs, business folks, engineers, scientists, marketers, you name it, anything in business that could be possible, investors, all of them brought together in one location to prototype in a weekend. It's a very diverse group of people and skill sets and in race and sex, and it's an opportunity for you to get that platform for what people are looking for them to get their ideas out. And you'll see these are just a couple of pictures of people that have gone through this. And this platform, Start Norfolk, has been mentioned in Entrepreneur Magazine as well as several other publications locally and all across the country. And this led to Hatch, which is currently what we're focused on, which is a platform for you to grow your company. I'm using examples of things that we've done because I like to use things that I can firmly talk about. And I think oftentimes a lot of courses or a lot of webinars or a lot of tactics or strategies that people give you are things that they read somewhere or things that they didn't actually do themselves. Everything that we'll ever teach you or that we will ever provide you are things that we've physically done ourselves. This is one of our workshops where we bring in an industry expert to talk about a specific topic of choice. In this case, this is Danny Rubin of News to Live By, and he is a great content producer. And we created this platform where he could come in and teach people how to write a one-sentence brief on what their company is. And then this is actually that event I was talking about earlier. We call it Startup Night, where you bring in other founders or other entrepreneurs to learn from each other, and you can present topics of their choice. If you can see, there's a little Easter egg right there. That is my dog, Ashbrook. You want to find what people want and get behind it. You want to create platforms. And I know what you're saying. Well, Zach, I don't have an office. Well, guess what? This can be digital or physical. Create a movement, create a platform where people can communicate with you. Start Norfolk is where you can hear your idea, and Hatch is where you can grow your idea. Jeff Bezos of Amazon once said, if you double the amount of experiments you do per year, you're going to double your inventiveness. We are always trying new things out. Sometimes we're trying new things out and just changing the time of day. Maybe we try it in the morning, and now we're going to try it in the afternoon. Maybe it worked in the afternoon, and so we're going to try and double it in size. Maybe we did it in 50 steps, so now we're going to try and do it in 49. One thing that quite a lot of people tend to do, and I think it's one of the biggest barriers as to why companies fail, or anything fails, a project, a company, a person, a race. When you are doing something for the first time, do not put a numerical value on it. Do not put a metric on it. The example I'm going to give you is this. I once raced a half marathon. And the people kept going, well, how is my first one? It was November of 2014. People are going, Zach, how fast are you going to do it? And I could have gone down that road and I could have figured out what I thought I was going to race it in. But all I wanted to do, because it was my first time, was create that base. I strongly, strongly, strongly recommend that you find that base. And then you can take those steps to figure out what is the value, the next step. If you can't do it once, don't produce a number. Do it first and then try and grow it from there. You must do it once first, or else you will never know. Or what happens if I ran the race in 2 hours, but I wanted to do it in an hour and a half? Well, that could be a negative thing. Instead, create that base and then grow from there. We also create 2 other platforms that have done well. Drinks Downtown, a way for people to meet other people in a fun way. There's a lot of networking events and there's a lot of opportunities for meet people, but oftentimes they're not that much fun. All this is trying to get young, creative people together in a bar once a month, and it turned into quite a bit of business, not only for us, but also for the people that attended. It's a lot more fun. It's basically, hey, it's Wednesday or Thursday night. Let's go. Let's go and see what we can do. And finally, we have another platform called Startup Night. We've talked about this a little bit, but this is where you can take your ideas and present them to other people. This is a platform that is roughly 4 years old. I apologize if you can hear my dog in the background. He is trying to create a platform for himself where he gets noticed because he wants treats or he sees another dog walking by. He's a clever little fella. No worries there. But build platforms. Let your customers speak. Then give them more information. Engage with them. Seriously, Figure out what your customers want to talk about and give it to them. Many times so here are some other platforms that were interesting for us. A lot of people talked about, well, how can we create jobs? We need to create 4 1,000 person companies. Well, instead we said, well, why don't we flip flop that and try and grow 1,000 4-employee companies? And then you just rinse and repeat it. You need to champion what your customers or potential customers or prospects are doing. This is Freddie Mercury. We are the champions. And get behind it. Create movements that people want to get behind. This is one of our campaigns on no whale hunting, where we're trying to help increase the exposure for small and startup businesses so that they can get the same resources that large companies can as well. And finally, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which was said by Wayne Gretzky and then stolen by Michael Scott. And this is my contact information. I know you guys have a lot of it, but please reach out to me. And if you check out hatchnorfolk.com/hack, I'm going to be giving away a free hack to grow your email list. And as you can see, there's my pup again. So if you're watching this, or you have some friends that are looking at starting or growing their businesses, follow along the no whale hunting movement, and be on the lookout for a note from us later on ways to grow your business. We thank you so much for your time, and we will be talking to you soon. If you have any questions, all you have to do is simply email me at zach@hatchnorfolk.com. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day. Take care.